Hello, social media friends. It is Jeremy Rowland, and it is June the 5th, 2026, and it is time for another Driveway with Jeremy, where I sit in the driveway of my home in my $25 dollar store chair, and I talk to you about the things that I find interesting, intuitive, or somewhat controversial in the sports world. And today it's not going to take much. It's the Chicago Bears moving to Indiana, Hammond, Indiana. Listen, let me just get this straight out in the first minute of this video, okay? I've been a Bears fan since I was 6 years old, 1981, okay? I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you are a true Bears fan, you don't give three rats asses if they're playing in Hammond, Indiana. They're still going to be the Chicago Bears. Hammond, Indiana is like 15 miles on the other side of the state line of Illinois. It's not that big of a deal. The reason why it sucks for some fans and homeowners in the state of, or that area, is that it should have been built in Arlington Heights. That's where it's always needed to be since they've been talking about this. But the reason why it's not is really clear and simple, okay? The state of Indiana gave massive tax subsidies and property tax structure or foundation, and the state of Illinois legislature failed to do that. It's just that simple. But if you are a true Bears fan, through and through, you don't give a rat's ass where they play football. And people are going to make fun. Well, they're no longer the Chicago Bears. They're the Indiana Bears. Who cares? I don't. And I'm a Bears fan. I don't care. It doesn't matter if they're playing in Hammond, Indiana, Chicago, Illinois, or Texarkana, Texas. They're still going to be the Chicago Bears to the fan base. Now, the reason why people are upset that live in the state of Illinois is because the players live in Arlington Heights. The players should be upset now that they're going to have to do that additional traveling or moving. The businesses in the Arlington Heights and in that part of that area are the ones that are going to be upset that they're moving to Hammond, Indiana. But this is the United States of America, and we are talking about the state of Illinois, who has the most ignorant governor probably to ever walk the face of the earth. Their mayors, I've got damn raccoons and possums and blind deer and ticks that crawl around in my yard. They got more sense than them two dumbasses, okay? So really the whole point about this is that if it does go through, and nothing is finalized until they start putting brick to mortar, okay, it's still the Chicago Bears. Now, it really looks stupid for the organization that they come out and do this today, okay, the day after our quarterback, Caleb Williams, is on the cover of Madden with the Chicago skyline in the back on the cover. But at the end of the day, we're talking about politicians and the state of Illinois, and those two things right there ought to tell you everything that you need to know in reference to this entire issue. Every time I do Driveway with Jeremy, my phone rings. Listen, I do this from the driveway of my home in the sunlight. People drive by, golf carts, there's dogs, cats, it doesn't matter, deer, ever. But I love doing this because I love talking about sports. Now, how do we tie today's Driveway with Jeremy with sports and Chicago Bears into life? Because that's what I like to do, because I think sports teaches you a lot about life. Just like the Chicago Bears moving to Hammond, Indiana, nobody's tying you down to where you are in life. Nobody. And that's just a cold, hard truth. But being the age of 50 and the things that I've been through and the love of my family and things of that effect, you get to an age, if you're under the age of 50, you're probably just getting into your 40s, you're going to realize what I'm saying in 10 or 15 years, okay? You are in total control of your life. If you don't like your city, if you have the means and you can and you can find employment somewhere else or get transferred, you can go. Nobody's handcuffing anybody to do anything in this world that they don't want to do. We get forced to do it sometimes because of situations or tie downs here or something to that effect. But that's the part about it. The Bears are going to move to Hammond, Indiana because they got a better deal, okay? Because the Indiana legislature stood up and they did what they wanted to do, just like 2 + 2 = 4. It's always going to be about numbers, because if you think that the ownership of the Chicago Bears gives three rats asses about my feelings or your feelings if you're an NFL fan, no, they don't care. They just want you to go to the game. They want you to buy the tickets. They want you to drink the beer and buy the snacks and pay for the parking. They want you to buy the merch. They want you to do all that. It's just like, some people want a whole bunch of stuff for free, and some people want to overcharge you for goods. It's life. That's the way that it is. So me, as a Bears fan, I'm standing on ground that I don't give a damn. I don't care if you play in Hammond, Indiana or Chicago, Illinois. I really don't. What I do care about is that I want you to win, okay? The must, you have to beat the Packers. Second, you have to win the division. Third, at some point, can we make a serious run in the playoffs? And then after you accomplish those three things, maybe before I die, you can win another Super Bowl. Let's talk about that. I don't care where you play. Let's talk about you winning, okay? Let's win. Because statistically, in the way that I live and definitely the way that I eat, I might have 10 more years, okay? 15 if the good Lord's shooting par that day. And I'm fine with that. I've had a good life. But I would love to see the Bears win one more Super Bowl before that final shut off the light of old driveway with Jeremy happens. Y'all have a great rest of your day. I always try to keep these videos under 5, 6, 7 minutes, no longer than that. I hope you like them. If you do, smash that share button. Friend me on Facebook. Subscribe on Rumble and subscribe on YouTube, because these videos are shared to there as well. Today was the first day that I did not do the live, and I will not do the live going forward. I will just record it and then share it that way. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe out there. And I'm telling you to be safe twice, because nobody in this world can damn drive anymore. I'm telling you right now. I went out this morning. Never mind. Because I'll get off on a tangent. I'll save that for another day. All right? And we want to talk about making America great again. Let's talk about making America drive great again. Y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow for another Driveway with Jeremy.